Okay, everyone, welcome back to your night class for the Legend of Runersia. We are covering AISHA in the Mana Celestia Theocracy.
And as usual, stay triggered. Pew pew, pew.
Alright, so let's go over her. Let's see what she's all about and see if we might want to use her. Alright, so what is she? She starts off level 1 Cleric. Well, this is according to the custom game, so I'm going to go over it with level 1s and do this for a while. If other people object or you want to see the higher level stuff, let me know. I can do that as well. But I think from a starting position standpoint, just to get some raw data, why don't we try this? We'll see how it goes. So what do we got here? She is a command range of 4, very much like Selena we were just talking about earlier. Character growth of D, still about the same, but rune growth of B. So as far as monsters are concerned, she might be a little better than Selena in that perspective, where she can just get more monsters under her belt. From this standpoint, as you can see, Selena started with like 400 MP, and AISHA is starting with 230, so MP-wise, not the greatest. You can cross-class her. You almost... I would say, in a sense, you kind of need to, just to get more MP out of her, because she's kind of low. This is where I'm coming from with the understanding or the perspective of low-grade knights compared to high-grade ruler to balance out a country. This is what I see with Mana Celestia, is that there's a lot of knights that there's one little thing that's like, oh man, if she just had this one thing, then she would just be just as good as the other ones. This is kind of what happens here. Almost the same thing happened with Ascalio and Ascaris Empire back in the day, back in Grand Edition. But that's kind of what I see with this. And let me know what your perspective is too, because I'd love to hear it. But that's what I see with Mana Celestia Theocracy. There's always something that's kind of like, it could be a little better. But that's where I come to with that. So MP-wise, not very good, 230. But yeah, you can grow it. It can obviously get a lot higher than that. And endgame-wise, I still use her. I still have a lot of confidence in her. Maybe it's because she's got good rune growth from the starting position, where she could get a lot of monsters. But you do need to level up her MP. I would recommend cross-classing her into an Enchantress and keep her there for a while. If you want to get her the basic heal spells and then put her in Enchantress and get her through the, the Enchantress class to the Witch class and all that, that might be the best way to do it. I typically do it that way anyways. So what does she have? The Light Swing, basic attack from a Cleric or Healer class. And it's just normal attack, not that great. Only do it if you need to do it. Just focus on the magic, please. You're gonna have a lot harder time if you're swinging at things with your stick. I'm just saying, use your monsters for that. She's here for heals. So heal wise, same stuff as the normal game. The normal game was 65 MP. That's never changed. The power of it's never changed. I'm surprised it's never changed at all from the very beginning till Grand Edition till now. It's always the same. You get 2 white orb elements with it, which is still exactly the same, and 3 range. Not a single thing has changed with heals. It's been the same forever. It's a pre-move, so you can't just move and heal stuff up like you can in Shining Force. Don't get that. Don't get that in your head. This is a move and shoot magic game. This is not Triangle Strategy or Shining Force. I'm sorry, it's just not that. Cure is still 4 range for the cure, 54 MP to do it. Can cleanse up all kinds of stuff. Poison, Paralyze, Faint, Charm, Petrify, and Silence. You can cleanse all those things. It doesn't apply for Magic Down, though. So it doesn't apply like how in the past, if you had a weakness on you, you could probably cleanse that with a cleanse or a cure. This does not do that. You need a spell break for that. So just so you know. All right. And then we get the Halo spell, which 88 MP for that. Guarantees a hit and gives you 1.5 experience, which is really, really good. If you want to run with these types of characters, let's say you just keep her as a cleric or a healer, and that's what you want to do. You're like, no, I'm putting my foot down. She's going to be a healer. And that's that. That's perfectly fine. Her intelligence is 68, which is, you know, it's about that range for a healer anyways, so, you know, you could go with that. So what I would suggest is given a Halo, and if you like the Viking class, or you like classes that hit really, really hard, but have really terrible accuracy, bring a cleric behind so you can pop the Halo on them before they do their attack. So let's say you've got your high-level leader, right? Let's say you've got anybody you make as a Viking, right? Because you can make anybody a Viking nowadays with this game. So let's say you've got Ginny on your team, or somebody that you can recognize as a Viking, right? Maybe Alan. Okay, let's say you're playing Mana Celestia at the accuracy. You turn Alan into a Viking. Alan's at level 30 or level 29 Viking, right? And you're like, oh man, I want him to go, but I want him to hit. Okay, so it's your turn with AISHA, right? What you want to do, if she's lowered on a scale of the turn order and she's just before he goes into the next phase or the next turn, what you want to do is cast a Halo on him, and then once his turn comes up, if he hasn't hit anything in the meantime, then he can just sit there, do his pre-move attack that has almost no accuracy at all, and the Halo will guarantee the accuracy to give him extra experience and that phenomenal hit for possibly a kill. So the reason I like healers a lot, if I'm not going to go with the full mage thing, is just so I can pop the Halo on the guy or the girl or whoever needs to do that super massive attack that's not going to have a good accuracy percentage. They will guarantee they get the hit, and it will guarantee they get more experience due to that hit. So that's the reason why you want to bring Halo female users around. That's the reason why you want to cross-class a little bit. Even if it's not for, you know, even if you don't care about the heal at all, you might want to just do it just for the Halo spell, just to make sure there's a hit that you're like, oh my gosh, how do I get this to work? Here's your answer. It's right in front of you, right there. So that's what you get there. Just make sure you got 88 MP to be able to do it. Just make sure you remember to keep that much, okay? Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about her little storyline here, and let's see what she's about. All right, AISHA. She's a female, 26, and cleric class to start. This Mana Celestian priestess is responsible for the almanac. She had 2 older brothers who were rune knights, but both were killed in action. She works hard to raise her younger brothers by herself and applies to be an officer in the war to earn the wages necessary. Boyish at heart, she can be rough in word and deed, but her cheerfulness also lights up the people around her. She can also use healing magic, a highly valued skill, especially on a battlefield. So she's kind of the dedicated healer in a sense, but like I said before, if you want her MP to be a lot better, at least, you know, get her proficient at this class and then put her into the sorceress class to get a lot more MP. You can still put her back once you've got the spells that you want back into the healing class and focus on that, and that's your option there. So I'd have to say she's probably more tuned into the healing right off the bat, but yeah, see how you want to use her and let me know if you like her and all that. I use her a lot in the game, really. It's between Selena and AISHA a lot of the time when it comes to like versatile magic, that I like to kind of utilize them for that perspective. And if I don't have that, then I typically use Monica. But yeah, that'll end it for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, you know, do what you can do. Help the channel grow. Press the buttons down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know who your favorite healer is or mage or whatever. And I'll see you in the next video.